right, here's a video review for Transformers Legacy United G1 Universe Quake. He's a big fat chumpus of a tank and I love him. If you need more than that, let's get to it. So he's a big fat chumpus of a tank. He comes with Tiptop and Heater, his Target Masters. They are very basic. They are two solid pieces, the turrets and the bodies. They flip up, and that's pretty much all there is to it. The instructions show them attached to the top here, and you can do that. It does make his tank look a little more awkward for an already awkward tank. Somebody said on Twitter the other day, this is actually a remold of someone, and I don't know if I owned the original version of whatever this is a remold of, because it doesn't look familiar to me. Either they remolded it really well, or I just didn't get that one. There are some peg holes here on the side of the tank, but you can see they sit a little bit more forward from where they are on the turret. So you can put them down here on the sides if you don't want them sitting here on top of the turret. And that's fine too. The box art has them actually riding on him in their robot modes on the turret. You can do that too, which also doesn't look perfect, but it does shorten his thing. But the way they stick out on the front is a little thing. I wish these peg holes here were sitting back here, so these sat more alongside the side of the tank. Would make me happier, I think. But that is nitpicky because they're still pretty fun. And then, like I said, here they're robot modes. You just flip up the turrets, and they're just little solid chunks that can stand there and be friends with Quake, which is still pretty cool. Again, purple's Tip-Top, blue and black is Heater. And then here is just his plain basic tank mode. Like I said, this is technically the tank mold. But anyway, his turret can rotate a little bit. If you rotate it too far, though, it'll raise up automatically as it moves over this piece. And then it's already a little bit of an awkward looking tank, which I forgive because I love him. But yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of range in the turret before it starts kind of transforming itself awkwardly. But yeah, I have never owned a G1 version of Quake, and I don't know why, because I really like not just this tumpy little boy. I do just generally like his color scheme. I like his yellow face. There's a lot of things about Quake I like. I've just never owned the G1 version. I have owned the previous remold we got of Hardhead from was that Power of the Primes or was that Titan's Return? I don't know if Titan's Return, but anyway, he's a remold of Hardhead, and I really like this one. Now, this one is spruced up with some Toy Hacks labels. You can kind of see some of that shiny bit because I think they really made him pop. But I really do like this version. This has more of a G1 look to it, but this was a nice update. The color, I think the darker maroon and gray really pop. The darker blues, it really makes his face pop on his headmaster. And so here he was originally a Target Master. We got him as a headmaster, and now we've got him as a Target Master again. And it's also weird that we've gotten several Target Masters, some of which have come with their actual companions, and some of which have not. And I don't know how they decide which ones do and which ones don't. But that is outside my pay grade. But he had a headmaster, and like I said, I really like that the dark gray head with the yellow face and the red eyes. It's just really dynamic. I've always loved his head sculpt. So anyway, we'll go ahead and set him off to the side while we take a look at this boy. And again, we'll just leave his friends hanging out here in the background while we do this, because why not? So to get him going, you can actually leave this turret on during the whole transformation process, which is kind of cool. It does come packaged separately as a separate piece, but it just pegs on right here, and you can leave it attached. But you go ahead and flip that up like that, and then lift. His whole body comes up like this, and then here is robot mode knees. You can kind of see his head hiding under there. I'll lift that all up out of the body like that. And then you're going to do some weird shenanigans with his treads. And I may do this out of order because it's the way they fold around each other is kind of weird. Like his little feet's right here. He's got little feet covers. Anyway, pop his legs apart like this. These covers flip up and around to the back like this. And you can pull these panels up, and then his feet flip up. His feet flip out like that, and then this panel comes up, and well, it doesn't come all the way around like that yet. And then this comes out, it kind of collapses up into the knee, and then that foot piece becomes inside the leg like that. And then you fold this all the way around like this, and then bring his leg down like that. You can see the tread kind of all folds up inside his leg there. It's actually kind of neat, but it is a little... When you're first looking at the instructions, you're like, see, that's a little friction hinge that popped off. How does this all come together? It's... Okay, come on. Oh, it popped. This has just popped off right here. It snaps right back into place, thankfully. But come on, snap back into place. You're making me look like a ding-dong, my friend. I just talked about how much I love your chubbly buns, and you're messing with me. But anyway, bring the knee up onto the leg, fold this in like that, fold that on, straighten up the legs. And then up here, come around here, open up the arms like that. This, open up this panel right here. His whole torso assembly flips around. I bring the arms out a little bit more. Oh, the arms this piece slides on a hinge, so you want to slide that up so the shoulders go into place. Flip up his chest. This piece, once this is done, you can fold this all the way and the turret actually tabs in up here, so it sits secure. It frees up his waist swivel, and yet still kind of gives him that little turret poking up. It's a really neat transformation on that. I like it. And then just flip his fists out from the bottom of his hands. Again, it may help if you use a peg from one of the target masters to flip his fists out. Oh, are you kidding me? Fist popped out. All these friction hinges. I just got him, and I love him, but he's not... You're not being my friend here, my friend. I'm just trying to say how much I love you, and you're just hurting me. Anyway. Also, I did try to twist a target master out in mid-transformation on his hand, so that's probably also partly my fault. But there he is in robot mode. And he's got swivel head, maybe on a ball joint, but it's not. It's only turning side to side from me right now. I don't want to force it, but he's got dual hinge shoulders. I think it is just a swivel on his head. Bicep swivels, hinged elbows. No wrist swivel, but he does have a waist swivel there. That I do like how they made that turret fold up so it doesn't get in the way of that. Dual hinge hips, thigh swivel, hinge knee, and a little bit of toe articulation there. And again, you can transform his little target master friends. The instructions have him show him holding both of them in one hand, and that, which you can do. That just seems silly to me. Let him John Wick it. Give him 2 guns. There we go. And there's Quake. And then, because we had him out, here he is with the hardhead version. And like I said, I still really love this version of his head. I love the Titan's Return head sculpt. It's just fantastic. The colors pop, and I think just the sculpt is really good. Yeah, I'm going to have to hunt down a G1 Quake at some point. I just am. But yeah, like I said, he's not the most elegant tank. And his transformation, the treads are pretty complicated the way they fold up, and the upper body's pretty simplistic. Overall, he looks basic, but he's a lot of fun. And like I said, I love his chunky tank. I really do. It's awkward, but it just is fun to hold around and drive around and play with. But anyway, there is Legacy, Transformers United Legacy G1 Universe Quake with his Target Master partners Heater and Tiptop. And he's pretty cool. I like him.